Hey there, Scorpio. I hope you survived this eclipse season. I know it was pretty rough on me, and there's a lot of changes going on. I've been culling a lot of things. It's been really shaking my cage, but you know, I'm okay with that. And there's more changes yet to come. Now, there was a lot of flavors about these eclipses, and then there was that odd man out eclipse in August in Leo. First, we had that solar eclipse in mid-July in Cancer. It was changing things in our home and our perspective about home. And then at the end of July, it was the Aquarius eclipse, which is about relationships and reviewing, releasing, reawakening to things. And it was the longest eclipse in how many decades? It kind of made me think of that old joke about married men live longer, or it only feels that way, because this was a very difficult time. And then there was some drama involved with the Leo eclipse. And maybe some fun involved in it too, kind of a flip side thing going on. Now I have an announcement to make before I go on. My other channel, Brothers of the Sword Productions, has another video out now about the Black Madonna mystery and the decoding of a message that was left on the garment of one of the Madonnas. If you're interested in watching, the link is down below. Now your reading is about long-term changes. There's going to be some fast, unexpected things that are going to stay for a really long time. The rune that you received was Hara. This is the 12th rune out of the 24 letters in the Norse alphabet. And this signifies the 12 months of the year. It's saying here too that you can't really speed things up. Everything has its just natural progression. Ebb and flow in the tides. No intervention is really going to change this rhythm. You're going to have to respect this. But good things are coming, I can see. Because this rune also can signify a harvest. Now the Minchiati card that you received is hearing. So you're going to be able to, or you're going to be hearing something maybe that's going to change some things. I know I've been connecting with a lot of things. And I've had a lot of downloads lately. And perhaps you have too. Messages are coming, news. And the overall energy cards agree with that too, because you have the Ace of Pentacles. Really nice to have a promise of a new beginning for material things. It's time to get some rewards. I've had a very difficult time. Let's say in the last 5 years, things have been up and down. You know, abyss to valley. And back up to the mountains. And then you have the Eight of Wands, which is saying, yeah, this is about messages and news, unexpected changes. Things happening very quickly. Things happening in their natural progression, though. when things weren't going right and I don't know, it was all stalled and there was barriers. Now all of a sudden the gates have opened. Now this Ace of Pentacles is saying that there's going to be some prosperity. It's offering a pentacle with the promise of more. But it's really time to roll up your sleeves and do a little hard work towards it. It's not only that, it's about security and stability and well-being in your life too. All of that coming back into balance. This is the blessing of wealth. Possibly bringing in a career change. Going up the rungs of the ladder of success. Promotion. You know, once you acquire some things, sometimes it holds you back. And then again, it liberates you to enjoy things. To enjoy life. It's time to enjoy it. Now the cards to the left, in the what you know category, receive the Nine of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So now this is a progression from the Ace of Pentacles to the Two of Pentacles. Time to make some decisions. You've been juggling things around. Maybe during this eclipse season, there was a lot of indecision going on. And maybe that wasn't the right time to make some decisions. But it's saying here now, yeah, maybe it is. The Nine of Wands is agreeing with that too, because this is a coming to completion card. It's a respite card though. You're taking some time out. But it's also saying that you've been handling things well. There's been strength in opposition. And you are about ready to leap over a finish line, or you have. You've conjured up some personal strength to take care of things spiritually, emotionally, and physically in your life. Mind, body, spirit. This is where it's all about, the balance of that. And talking between the unconscious inner self to the conscious foreself. This is where things start really meshing. I think in the past with this hard time, you've done some monumental spiritual advancement, personal inside work, and now it's time to go back down to earth. Work on the material things. Get that back into balance. And just kind of looking over all this reading of yours, you have a spattering of all the suits, which is kind of nice to have because you have a lot of flavors now. A lot of things working for you. You know, the Nine of Wands is saying you got beat up a little bit, but you're feeling better about it now. And now you're ready to focus, set some directions, set your feet on some new paths. And the cards in the center for what is or can be yours agrees with that, because you received the World card, but you received the Four of Cups card too there with it. It's saying there was some things that really put you in a funk. The Four of Cups card, I call it the Spectator card. You're really uncomfortable about your own emotions. There's some things that made you feel really uncomfortable. You know, you just didn't want to participate anymore. You resigned, sat back and let things just kind of go by. 4 usually is the number of security and stability. But here it's kind of saying you were kind of wavering emotionally. But you know, when I was saying that you were at the end of something and starting something new, now the World card is agreeing with that, because it's saying you're at the end of a cycle. Whatever lesson you had to learn, you learned it. Now it's really time to go into some new challenges, accept some new things, make that decision with the Two of Pentacles there. Don't juggle around anymore. Determine the partnerships that you want. Find some balance in what you're doing and make some decisions where you want to go. But you know, it's never that easy, because the cards next door for your awareness or self-awareness, receive the Ten of Swords and the Three of Cups. The Ten of Swords is a card that says, yeah, some things just didn't turn out the way you wanted them to. And the Four of Cups is agreeing there might have been too much of something, satiated about something that probably wasn't very good for you, didn't serve you, wasn't or shouldn't have been part of your life. But you accepted it. And now it's a new day dawning, because the 10 means endings and new beginnings. This is a new day dawning card, even though it is a negative card, a sword card at that. Sharp edges to it. But just like the Nine of Wands back there, it's saying you prevailed. Hallelujah. And there you have the Three of Cups, the celebration card with it, the communal celebration, maybe shared achievements, ascension. feeling really good about things and patting yourself on the back. In retrospect, you probably could have changed a few things, but there's no regrets. You just have to look forward. Really does seem with that Eight of Wands up there and the Ace of Pentacles that things are going along, I don't know, in an evolution, a predetermined evolution of some sort. It's funny, you can work hard for change, and then again, something just trips it unexpectedly and very quickly to make long-term changes. You know, I've discovered that it's really complicated to find simplicity, because during this eclipse season, that's what I was really striving for, is to find some simplicity. Minimalize my life. Enjoy the few things that I can appreciate and value. Get rid of the stuff that's just not serving me anymore. And I found it extremely complicated. And it still is to this point. I feel like I've got my foot in a trap. But you know, it'll eventually work its way out. Things will change. Now, I went really out of control with the future cards and pulled a lot of them for everybody in September. And I have no reason why, but I'm kind of thinking it's because it's really time to look forward to the future and what's going on now in the aftermath of these eclipses. And you receive the Ace of Swords, another ace card. Queen of Cups. Great, feeling good about your emotions. Nine of Cups, the Wish card. Eight of Swords, reminding you that you've been held captive at some points in your life, and you can still hold yourself captive if you're not careful, especially with that Four of Cups back there. You can go back into these funks. You shouldn't do that. Two of Wands, another decision card. And then you have the Lovers card at the very end. And that's another decision card, but that's about your affections and where you're going to direct them. But here you have the Ace of Swords, which was the first future card that I pulled, saying that, yeah, this was a really rough road to get to where you're at. And you're going to have to maintain some idealism. Make some decisions. Make sure you're working on the same sheet of music with a lot of people, because now new challenges are coming up, especially with the World card, right underneath the Ace of Pentacles. It's going to be bringing in some things of value. More material at the same time as emotional. There's going to be some physical changes. The Queen of Cups is saying that dreams, intuition are there. She's bringing you understanding. And then there's going to be that spattering of luck. Yeah, there's going to be some kind of auspicious luck involved in what happens here. So don't hold yourself at bay with the Eight of Swords there, because you've always had the means to free yourself, liberate yourself. The Two of Wands, again, another decision card that balances out the Two of Pentacles on the way very left on what you know, because you know you have to make some decisions now. But the Pentacles is more about juggling decisions, where the Wands is about making plans, looking forward to things, looking at the risks, options, opportunities available. And it appears there's going to be some love opportunities coming in. Things about your affections and where you want to direct them. Putting value on your relationships. Because I think they kind of had a rough ride over this eclipse season. But really now dust is starting to settle, and there's balance coming into your life. But take a look at the news that's coming, because you have the Queen of Cups in the future. You have the Eight of Wands up as the overall energy card, bringing in news and messages. And my Minchiati card is about hearing something. A message is coming. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.